What up, everybody? We are the Melanated Anime Club. We are running a little bit behind because Matt took too long staring at a couple specific panels in this chapter of One Piece. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and hit this.
It's always fun.
Oh, okay. You're wild.
All right. So we had chapter 1052
Yes.
of One Piece drop this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Started off with actually, let's take a moment here and just talk about the cover story. We haven't really covered the cover stories
In a little bit.
But I did enjoy the fact
we've tried. I just had a series where you did not like the cover story, so it would just kind of fell to the back burner. Even though it's
people liked it when I didn't like the cover story. Y'all, we talked about it. I didn't care for it. Y'all kept on bringing it up. it went on for far too long, and it ultimately didn't pay off that well. Like, let's not bring it back up. You wanted to bring it back up.
I thought it was.
This cover story has been pretty interesting.
It's just cool because it was just like the one who didn't get away, and you just see like Gangster Gastino just. The worst.
Is he even still going by that persona, Gastino?
I don't even. I prefer Gangster Gastino over Caesar Clown. So
yeah, but it was always a question though, like where'd he go?
Right,
because he just disappeared during the dinner.
He just got captured.
We assumed.
I mean,
yeah, maybe.
I guess
he's hiding right there. Did we see him in the book?
No, see, I thought that was the implication that he was in that he was like leaving the book. That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
That's the thing about the cover stories. It makes you think because it doesn't say shit.
I mean, as far as I know, Enel is still on the moon based on the cover story.
Well,
facts.
Yeah, I think he was getting ready to leave.
Or did he take the Arc Maxim from?
But that was 20 years ago.
It was a long time ago.
That was 15 years ago. Oh man!
Don't say that.
It was a long time ago. We haven't Enel being on the moon. That was definitely like
that was Dressrosa, right?
Cover story or something.
That was Wander 7, so that was probably about 10, 15 years ago.
I just need a random guess. Don't quote me on that. I do not remember.
Because I feel like, I don't know.
Wait, was it after Water 7?
It might have been after Water 7. Because I definitely remember those cover stories of like
was it Thriller Bark?
Nell being on the Arc Maxim. But I'm trying to remember what stage of the manga was I reading. It might have been like post time skip or like right before or like during the I
think it was during Impel Down.
War. I think the Impel Down or the War arc. Yeah.
I feel like it may have started during the end of Impel Down. Maybe at the end of Impel Down because like, I remember being like, "This is crazy," but this chapter is crazier. As I was catching up, I didn't read it in real time, but as I was catching up, I remember being like, "Oh, this cover story seems wild," but I remember being like, "Oh, I forgot about all that because of how like."
Matt's looking it up for us.
Yeah.
Enel's Great Space Operations cover page serial. Has the words.
That didn't help us at all.
I didn't tell us anything.
No, it didn't.
We
let the
cover...
internet. Let the internet. It's volumes 44 to 49. 428 to 374 Skypiea arc.
So they didn't have the cover story of Enel during his arc.
No, it's the Skypiea arc. It's after the Skypiea arc.
Well, all right, Matt. I'm sorry, dog. You earned this.
know what? 6 minutes in. That's not that bad. It's been worse.
No. Yeah. So it's chapter 428 during the Buster call of Ena's lobby.
Yeah, and he's
during Buster call.
There it is. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right.
I had the Googles.
That's
yeah. I'll take that L for the Googles. Yeah. That's all.
Yeah. But the big interesting thing as we break down this week, it was really cool to kind of see a recap of all the different people of Wano and the different regions of Wano celebrating, kind of having their happy moments. There's a couple panels in specific that I know Matt is waiting for us to get to, but I want to take a moment to then go into like the ice towns and then like Izonami, the little fox, like the little fire fox, comes back in, and Kawamatsu's like, hey. They give like the people of Wano learn the truth about, oh shit, Lady Kurosaki was actually Odin's daughter. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, and she got saved the last minute, and then this gangster was actually one of Akaza's.
Was actually Denjiro the whole time. What?
Yeah.
And then they confirmed Ashura Doji and Izu is dead. They confirmed.
Yeah, straight up dead.
They're gonna build a shrine to
who
Odin.
gets the sword.
It's gonna probably be laid at the grave, but we will see.
Either
buried with him or given to Momo, but Zoro also needs.
I don't think Ashura's sword was like particularly like like one of the 21 great swords or whatever. So like I think it'll probably just be buried with him.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. I don't think there was anything particularly special about his sword that like it would be given to someone else. Like Momo's definitely gonna get like the other sword of Odin.
Yeah, the Ame no Habakiri.
Yes, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. And Zoro's definitely keeping him.
Yeah.
But they'll be laid to rest in a new monument.
See, Matt scrolling. He's looked at those panels. He was stuck over there for a second. Look at him.
No, I'm looking at the Ashura Doji who died at the age of 56. That
was 56.
Trying to find his because he's one of the ones that didn't jump forward. So I guess it was 36 at the time.
So he still went through those 20 years. But here's the thing. How did Ashura die again? Was it Jack that killed him, or did he like sacrifice himself? Wasn't it that kind of thing? I'm trying to remember.
Look. We'll have a nice break to kind of go over all of the in-depth recaps.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
We'll talk about it at the end of this chapter review, Matt.
Cool.
Let's keep moving through it.
I'm still trying to find that sword.
Okay. So yeah, it was just kind of cool just to see like the people of Wano learning the truth. Even in the school, they started the re-education. They were like, "Hey, we got rid of the old teacher. No, you don't need to be learning that. We need to teach you the real truth." And then like they're like, "The truth."
What if that happened for real? Sorry,
we're not gonna get started on the American educational system, man.
You're just American.
Listen, just there's a whole half of America that's just against critical thinking, whether that's race or not. So let's just like not.
Let's leave it alone.
Let's talk about anime pirates.
Right.
Cool. I said tangent.
Yeah. So
hit me.
So they finally kind of show up here, and then we get the big reveal. Hey, wake up! Hey, wake up! Luffy and Zoro are awake again, which is great. We see
7 days later.
Yes, 7 days, a week later.
Mm-hmm.
We see the great. I guess I kind of skipped the whole thing. We start off with the Gorosei.
Oh yeah, that was the
first thing. I was like, because you were like, like they're having a.
Listen, I'm trying to get to your panels, my man. I know the ones you're excited about.
No, yes, and there's nothing I'm excited about except for the fact that all this happened in 3 days. And what I mean by all of this, someone we still don't know died at Reverie via things we are unsure of, like how it happened. That was Monday, effectively. And then 4 days later, because same amount of time, at the very beginning of this arc, we were like Reverie. So it's the same time, 4 days later. Oh, by the way, the whole world, because they couldn't keep the whole Reverie thing secret because that got out. And now all of a sudden, boom. By the way, 2 Yonko are gone. They're not Yonkos anymore. They're just gone.
Well, that sets up one of our big teases at the end of the chapter.
I don't know about 4 days. Like I feel like it's been a little longer.
It's been too. I want to feel like The time on
information
Wano was
isn't going to
fast.
travel the same way in this world, you know?
Do you see all the seagulls when Big Moose Morgan just releases his fleet?
Bruh. Look, here's the thing. My question is this, and we're gonna make me jump ahead. I really would jump around the chapters. Who gives a fuck? But it's kind of like does this right? Like it makes sense how the information got out of Wano, right? Like the Den Mushi, you know, almost every other person's some kind of like, you know, double agent for someone else. I get it.
Yeah.
But the fact that like at the end, how did this physical stack of physical papers get to Wano? Like how did and of that, how is Scratchman of Pooh the only person to get it?
Seagulls.
You show me one seagull in Wano.
They've been in the background. Like
show me one seagull in Wano.
Show the panel. Show the panel.
Show me a chapter number and show me the page, panel, and volume, whatever the fuck you try to get.
I will take you back to the beginning of Wano and show you the dang seagulls.
All right, show me a seagull after
chapter and reference.
Show me a seagull after what's his name died, because he's the one that painted all the birds. We all know that. Conjuro.
Hit yourself for that one.
Yeah, I gotta get that.
So
but I will say that's a fun callback to a thing that was a thing about a year ago when that Conjuro thing was happening, and they were just like, everything you see in the background is him just painting random shit, and it was like a theory of like after they revealed that he had that power, and everyone was like, "Oh, this thing we'd seen, is this real or is this like Conjuro's painting?" It was the internet was very stupid at that point in time.
Yeah, that sounds pretty dumb.
Well, it's just like it's that place where a theory exists, but before it gets confirmed or denied, and so it
or even thought through.
It's this living thing still at that point in time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that was a little callback to that era.
Okay.
Which again, we've been in Wano since we started the Melanated Anime Club.
I think it was before.
It was.
No, it already had started. So
before we started the Melanated.
We're getting ready for the raid. I think that's when we started.
That's when we started. When we were getting ready for the raid, and then we get into Odin's backstory. And that's when we started going chapter.
Yeah, Odin's backstory is that's about right when we started going. That's true. Damn.
That's crazy.
It's crazy to think. But you know, one of the things they said is this chapter, next week's chapter, then Oda's going to actually be taking a month-long 4-week break. So he's doing this because he's going to help out with some stuff for the Netflix live action show, helping get prepared for the promotional stuff for One Piece Japan's 25th anniversary. No, not even Red yet.
Oh, wow.
Red is also in there, but they're doing a special One Piece 25th anniversary, just like a series of special events going on throughout Japan, cool. which will be great that they do. And then also on top of that, he's needing some time to breathe and get his thoughts together before starting the final saga.
All right. You didn't say art. It's saga.
No, saga.
I said saga.
I made sure I went and got the actual translation. It is the final saga.
Right.
And to be fair,
multiple arcs.
And to be fair, we were wrapping up this saga that started on Fishman. No,
it started on Zoe.
Did it start on Zoe? I feel like it started on Punk Hazard.
Yeah, this definitely started on Punk Hazard.
I meant to say Punk Hazard, not Fishman Island.
We saw a talking butt. This kicked off with a talking butt.
This started off with a talking butt. That is very, very true, Matt. That they found this fateful talking butt.
Yeah.
They saved this butt. This butt had a child attached to him that we finally get resolved today. This Lord 2 weeks ago. We finally get to see Momo come into his own. Full grown. And I feel like we've been in this arc where when they met Kinemon, kind of built that bond. It's like all that stuff happened.
Because Dressrosa was its own saga.
Dressrosa is part of this saga, no?
Dressrosa was its own saga that incorporated Punk Hazard and Dressrosa itself. The Four Emperors saga goes through Zoe, Whole Cake Island, Reverie, and then Wano.
Is this like official, or is this like some dude?
I'm going off of what I've seen.
Yeah, which is him on his phone researching.
I mean, is that Reddit or is it like like translated
like
Japanese? You know what I mean? Like there's like
I think it's translated Japanese, but I could be wrong. I just found it on Twitter the other day, and I've been going with it.
Okay. Well, just because like in my mind, it's like, all right, Fishman Island was when he started the beef with Big Mom, because that's when he first said, "Yeah, I'm gonna come for you. I don't care." And then, Punk Hazard is when he meets the samurai,
right?
Who don't give him the information up front, but he shuts down essentially Kaido's like thing.
Smile
Punk Hazard.
Wow.
And then from that, they find out that the web gets unweaved, and we find out that Doflamingo's in there. Doflamingo's the big bad. They take out Doflamingo, knowing that someone is puppeting Doflamingo, knowing that that's the person they're going to have to get, and knowing that the emperors are there. So, in my opinion, I think everything since the time skip, I guess everything after Fishman Island has all been part of the same story arc, the same saga, the same story line. You know what I mean?
That's 3 sagas that you're connecting.
Am I?
Based off of
Fishman Island's its own saga?
What are you looking at, Matt? What are you
looking at?
The one Fishman Island's its own saga? Dude, fuck that, dude. Are you kidding me?
Yes. 2012, like the size
Fishman saga's an arc at best. All right, look. During this break, during the month-long break, we will have a sit-down discussion where we can break down what makes an arc and what makes a saga a saga. But this is probably not the time for that. We just lost a viewer. We just lost 2 viewers.
Damn.
That's not like we're just.
Nobody wants to watch you do research, Matt.
I gave you facts and you're debating them. Sorry.
You're giving me facts.
Yeah, and you're debating them. Because I did. But the whole 4 Emperor saga is a whole thing. And it seems to be coming to an end. So the next saga would be the last one, which will have who knows how many arcs, but I'm thinking at least 2.
I'm thinking 3.
Yeah. Given the size of the recent ones, I mean, considering that this one is like 4, but like the size of them, just like because like Levelly arc is considered its own arc. Right before
that was literally 4 pages.
Anyway,
listen, I think words are stupid, and let's just agree with
we know
like these words are stupid. Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's no way a goddamn arc lasts longer than 3 sagas. Like I don't care what you say. This Wano arc has lasted longer than the Fishman saga, than the Dressrosa saga.
I'm now confused, and I would like to move forward and get back.
I'm using your words, but you are correct. Let's move forward. So let's talk about the panels that Matt wants to talk about. That's right, everybody. This special episode, it's great. We got to wrap up. We had the feast, they had the meat, the booze, but you also know that it's a One Piece moment when they give you the fan service and they give you the bathhouse scenes.
We haven't even talked about like the guy who survived, who was in CP0.
What?
It's kind of important. The whole Gorosei thing. It's kind of important.
Yes.
Yeah, but Matt, I know you've been wanting to talk about the hot tub.
The Gorosei, yes.
I'm gonna give you.
I want to talk about the Gorosei.
Matt wants to talk about.
I'm gonna give you some time to talk about the hot tub.
The point is that all right, we thought this dude was like gone. We know he ran away to the ships, right? Okay, he's a long-necked tribeman. We have not seen them, which I think is pretty cool. But he also says he's going to keep chasing after him because he has to get Robin. But someone interferes on the communication, and that's true. And
another thing I want to point out is we didn't see Robin this whole chapter.
Did we not?
No.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
We did.
Please point out where Robin is in this chapter.
All right. Well, again,
Derek, segue.
This is the panel that Matt's been trying to talk about this whole time.
I'm trying to tell you,
I want to talk about this
panel.
Robin's in the bathhouse panel.
3 times.
I'm sure you have. I'm sure you examined every drawing and every sketch on that panel.
Ha ha ha.
But I am pretty sure that big woman is Komurasaki, and then little woman next to her is Nico Robin.
Reverse
I may have that backwards, but I'm pretty sure big woman. So, okay, if that's not the case, who is the other woman? That's not Nico Robin.
Hold on. I gotta look at the panel again. I didn't have it pulled up, but I do not remember seeing Robin in this chapter at all.
The pre-panels before it tell you.
Yeah, they made a point to have all of the Straw Hats in this chapter.
The previous
They're all like celebrating and eating.
They show you Kurosaki.
That's Okiku. That's Okiku and Komurasaki.
Okay, then who is the other one?
There are three women there with black hair.
Komurasaki, or Hiyori as a better. Then you have Shinobu. Then you have Nami. Then you have the horse lady, and then you got Carrot in the background. You don't see Robin at all,
bro.
Oh shit, there's Carrot.
She's right there. She's right there. Robin? She's the one in the big. She's the bigger one in the middle because you go to the page before, you see.
It's Okiku. That's Okiku. That's not Okiku. In the past, we would all bathe together with Lord Odin.
No, I think you have a point, dude.
Robin was not put in this chapter. Oda doesn't do this like for no reason. Like they literally said that like, oh, we can still bring you Nico Robin without fail. Right before he gets cut off and that transmission gets cut off, and then we don't see Robin in this chapter at all. That's a big red flag to me.
Is she in the feast?
Yeah, no. I'm looking at the feast right now. Right next to Odin is going to be Komurasaki. Kiku is going to be down the bottom, right? In the middle.
Next to Sanji?
No, next to Nami. Next to Sanji, I don't know who that is. Is it Otaku? No, that is not her.
There's nobody named Otaku.
Yes, absolutely wrong.
There's nobody named Otaku.
You combine Okiku and Otama together.
Yeah.
To get Otaku, or whoever you want to say. But back to my point. Robin ain't in this chapter.
I do believe that you're
You know
right.
what? But now that you mentioned that Robin's not here, because I'm not seeing her, you are correct.
Thank you.
I gotta say, last time I do remember seeing her was with another group of people that are kind of noticeable by their afferents. Bro, Brooks in there. Brooks nose bleeding in the bathtub, looking at Yamato, just like you.
Yeah.
My favorite is also is that Beppo? There's like a little bear. There's like a little. Oh, it's Chopper. Never mind.
No.
It's Chopper without his hat. I was thrown off. But Chopper in the hot tub without his hat. I got thrown off.
Wow.
But yeah, the last time I remember seeing Robin, it was with the ninjas, right? With the Fukurokuju and all them.
What was she?
Was she?
Last place I remember seeing Robin was like close to the end of the final battle, and she was with
and
Brooke.
All the Straw Hats are getting they're all trying to find each other and get together.
Maybe like I'd have to examine like.
Are we about to see that she got snatched?
But like it's been secretly somehow. Like how would we not have known that she had been snatched? Like no one had seen her.
Also, why are they so chill if it's been 7 days?
So on further examination of this, the bathhouse scene, the hot tub scene on the men's side, Frankie and Usopp are also missing.
Well, we know Frankie and Usopp are at the port because they just finished.
In the next couple panels, you see those two because they were working on the ships.
Yeah, those two were working on all the pirate ships.
But if you're saying the last time we saw them was with those, I don't know. I'm just trying to. Yeah, we haven't seen Nico Robin. Good call. Good eye.
Because, I read this chapter earlier this week, and I was just like, "What?" And I read it like a good 3 times. I was like, "I don't see her." Like I did zoom in on those bathhouse scenes just to be sure, and I was like, "I don't see Nico Robin."
That's true. I mean, we'll see.
Like, are we really doing Nico Robin gets kidnapped again?
I mean, if it's all parallel, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it could happen.
Maybe.
I'm not saying it is, but it's just strange that we did not see her in this chapter.
I will say, if she does get kidnapped and CP0's here, that just means the best thing's going to happen, and that means God Soge King is going to show up. and it's just going to be the fusion form of God Usopp and Sogeking. Maybe even some Ultra Instinct Maximum Hockey Edition in there. So it'll be
or the return of Rob Lucci.
Yeah,
Lucci.
Well, I know what I'm doing as a dumb bit.
Okay. I thought you were doing it now.
No, I'm gonna download some Gucci Mane beats and just start doing Rob Lucci as a rap character. That's it. That's the bit.
Lucci, that's fun.
Yeah, you get it.
Lucci
Mane, come. Yeah, you get it.
I dare you to do that.
I did. What was I forget what group. There was a show in Chicago where they'd have like random themes and they'd have people come in and do them, and it was just like the less traditional of a comedy or improv group you were, the more they wanted you to do it.
Yeah.
And so there was one where it was anime themed, and I just came out with some beats. I did Beamer, Benz, and Bentley, and I did Sanji Zoro Luffy, which is actually really hard to say in triplicate rap form over again.
Wow. Sanji Zoro Luffy. Zoro Luffy.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna try it. Nope.
But which was fun. And then I did one where I grabbed my chopper hat and I grabbed the old chopper style beat, chopper style. Chop. Yeah, I took that and I rapped
someone down bad.
I rapped in seven versions of flow as the different 7 points of Dr. Chopper's Rumble Ball. I'm very stupid.
Oh, nice.
Why?
Who
are you?
What?
Who are you?
Who was I?
Someone who's amazing. Someone who's amazing. Someone who's in the middle of a very deep One Piece read or watch through.
I was very deep in that One Piece time.
Yeah. 7 flows for Dr. Chopper. Wow.
I love every bit of it. Like I'm not throwing shade at all. Like I love it.
No, we're just in awe.
Mm-hmm. And then of course I did a beat where I'm like, I'm gonna do a rap about Bleach, and then I just didn't do anything. Like
then it was mid. It was just mid.
Yeah, Bleach Sucks is always gonna be a good bit. Even if like the comeback is gonna be good, just beat Bleach Sucks being yelled out.
Hashtag Bleach adequate. Must get.
All right. So before we jump off here, I do want to kind of go because as we've touched upon
something big to talk about.
There's a lot of One Piece stuff about to come out.
Yeah.
One of y'all said y'all watched the new trailer for Film Red.
I did.
Okay, I haven't checked out the newest one. Give us a little like breakdown. What do you think about it?
Okay, well, it's interesting because like they I love how they just like throw lore into these movies like we're supposed to know it. Like
right.
Like the trailer pretty much starts off with oh, here's Shanks's daughter, and she has like the Todoroki hair, and she can sing, and she's like the power is in her voice or whatever, and then like she's like a diva, she's like a superstar in this world, and then like Luffy's like, oh hey, I remember you, we were friends when we were kids, and
there's like what? I did see the clip of the flashback. Yeah,
they just show a flashback of them meeting as children, and I'm just like, okay, let's just throw this in, and it's canon.
It's just jam it in. It works.
Of course. Yeah, we remember all the times when Shanks had that interaction with Luffy where he ate the fruit and got his arm taken off, that his daughter was there the whole time. Of course,
yeah, right.
We're all aware. I remember that.
He's a pirate. He got babies everywhere, probably.
But
like Usopp's dad.
But one thing that was
but yeah, it was teased, and then I think since the timing of this movie, I would love to see Gear 5 Luffy in this movie.
Yeah.
Gear 5
I think we're gonna get it.
Gear 5.
Gear 5.
Oh no, no. Yeah, we're definitely getting that. Anytime that a new thing comes out, it's always teased in the movie before it's in the anime.
Now, yeah, I haven't watched enough movies. I think Stampede was the first one I saw like in real time, so I don't have enough to base that off of. But I will say that I'm very interested in the fact that she is like this diva pop singer, power of music of somehow. Like I really hope Scratch Man Apu gets in it because you know me, I've always wanted the Brook versus Scratch Man Apu showdown, the Soul King versus the vocalist. Like that's gonna be some fun stuff going on there. And if we get Luffy in full on like cartoon form, like let's get the Merry Melodies Looney Tunes. Like let's go full on. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. So yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I can't wait to see that when it comes out in theaters. Like, I'm definitely gonna be there like first day.
For sure. Yeah, I'm probably and also that's got the release date, I believe, of August like 6th, I think, in Japan. Based on what I'm gonna guess is that like probably like early to mid-November is when it'll come out in the States. So
yeah, like October, November. It's usually like a good 2 months after.
2-3 months, yeah. So
yeah. Speaking of which, the new Dragon Ball Super movie just came out in Japan like in the past couple days. So we'll probably that has a US release date of like August 23rd.
Oh, I heard that.
Nice.
That's the one where Gohan and Piccolo come back to prominence.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for it because Gohan just deserves so much more.
Nah, man.
He's supposed to be the strongest.
I think the kids of our age, like we are Gohan, you know what I mean? So it's just
I know.
All right, come on. Finally, a millennial's going to break through. Let's do this. You know what I mean? They ain't just going to get the same old people to come back. Let's go. If that ain't the truth for Dragon Ball Z or for pro wrestling or for just anything right now,
it's everything.
Old people not letting new. I mean, hip hop is the one thing I feel like they still keep like new people keep coming in, and that's the one thing.
There's a machine that always will push out new people.
That's true.
But there's a difficulty for longevity artists, I should say.
Well, the secret is to be white and then switch genres after your third album. But
what?
Just go Google Post Malone and you'll understand.
Okay.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like I'm not a big enough Post Malone fan to like fully understand that joke, but I get it enough.
Hey, but his fifth album dropped, and I bet you it's mostly country.
Countryfied hip hop?
No.
Just straight country.
All right. Just bastardized country music. Yeah.
Oddly enough, I just tried to do a Post Malone deep dive just to like get some song. Yeah, it was short because what's available.
It was a short deep dive.
Yeah, because there's not much. He was much more of a SoundCloud person, so I didn't go there. I went off official releases, which there's like only the 20 one you probably don't know, and then a couple sits and hingles every couple of years, and then there's like one more album that just came out.
That's enough about Post Malone on the Melanated Anime Club.
Can we get to like how everything has been released already? Like all the bounties, they're out already, updated.
Yeah, everyone in the One Piece universe knows, except for us. We don't know because we're not in that universe.
Right, and but it's right there, and I'm just.
But another thing that I really like.
Well, Matt was upset with the tease of the bounties, while I was like, at when I started reading this chapter, I was like, okay, we'll get the bounties. I actually read this chapter like a day earlier than I usually do because I was like, yeah, well, I really want to get these bounties. But at the end of it, I was just like, okay, I had enough information in this chapter to be okay with getting the bounties.
I mean, sure.
Going into this with the knowledge that the next chapter is the last chapter of this saga before we start the final saga.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
It makes sense though.
After this, it's going to be a 4-week break before he starts the. Did you miss the part? You even commented when I said told you that.
I know, but I didn't know it was like when the 4-week break was going to happen.
Oh, yeah, after next week. It's after the next chapter. Yes.
Okay.
So next week happens, and then it's a break for 4 weeks.
All right.
In which we'll be coming up with original content. I don't know. We'll figure that part out.
We'll figure that part out, but it's like, okay.
My Hero Academia will be caught up by then.
What? It probably will because it didn't come out this week.
It did not come out this week. But look, go ahead. I want to stay on One Piece before we get jumped off because I still got 2 other things in the One Piece world to talk about.
All right. So final things about the chapter. Next week's last one. How much, because I think we got a lot of information in this chapter. I think that next week is going to be another one of those where like some things are going to get slightly wrapped up with like Luffy and Zoro, right? But I also think like all the bounties get released and it ends on because Oda has said he's waiting to draw that final panel, and we just got teased with Green Bull, the last to be revealed as a admiral. So, it's so much, and then also it's just like the bear,
Beppo,
and he's like, predicting what I already thought was going to be happening, which is these bounties are going to be dumb ridiculous across the board.
Well, like here's the thing: is like this is going to be just the week of speculation on this, right? It's going to be a different number of numbers, but the highest bounty that we've ever been aware of was the bounty of Goldie Roger, and that was about 5 billion berries. So how much higher than that are we really going to go? Kaido, I think, was it 3.3, and then Big Mom was 3.2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So it's going to be higher than that, but do you think that they're going to? I mean,
I feel like Luffy's will be comparable to Rogers just because of like how much like emphasis the Gorosei and the world government have been putting on his fruit and like how dangerous and like how much they see it as a threat.
Yes,
but the thing is, like the whole thing is that
I'm not saying it's going to be the same.
No,
it's going to be the same as Roger, but like it'll be comparable.
It's more.
But it's media spin. On top of that, the Gorosei even were like, so Zoe just left. He disappeared back in the mist. I guess they decided not to open it up. Someone made a very shrewd decision.
Right. And they were going to go occupy Wano.
Right. No, exactly. And like I think that's kind of like what this is it may be a shrewd decision. It may not be as obvious because like they even Kid kind of touched on this is like, yeah, they're just going to say that we're his underlings. Like no matter what that they say, this is going to be it. And we have to like brace ourselves and be ready for ourselves because, we can't trust anyone, And so I think that there may be some spin of like, Luffy single-handedly took out both of them when in reality, Luffy took out Kaido, Law and Kid took out Big Mom. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's possible.
That's possible.
So,
it all depends on how accurate Luffy was.
Yeah. And like the last time they did the big bounties, they had declared Luffy as the unofficial 5th emperor.
Right.
And so they have 2 others and then Law and Kid coming in as new emperors. And it's just
if they're going to be 5, if you stick with 5 or you go to 4. I mean, who knows? I mean,
Law, Kid, Shanks, and Blackbeard and Luffy as our emperors is some crazy shit. Or
you stick with 5,
or whoever took out Revelry. Maybe someone from the Revelry side of things goes in and fills in an emperor slot because we have no fucking clue what happened there. Weevil's been on the rampage.
Right? That would be a cool little reveal right there. We don't know what happened when they try to take out the remaining Shichibukak.
Right. So it's just like, it could be all of a sudden Crocodile's back on the scene. I doubt it, but like
no. But nice to think about.
but like the thing about Crocodile is like it'd be really cool if Crocodile could have some kind of comeback. Just looking back on the One Piece world, and it didn't really seem like much, but what he managed to accomplish with Baroque Works was actually pretty fucking cool. He had agents in like different parts of like the New World. I don't know, just he did a lot of things that like that's not possible like with other people. So like he could travel to Alabasta and all the places.
And he's still floating around out there, so we don't know what he's up to.
And he has his boy.
Never can't be completely gone.
He has
his boy Des Bones with him. Yeah. So, and then like the Grand Fleet has got to be up to something. I think the last time I remember, at least there was one cover story where they were implying that, what's his name, Bartolomeo. Yeah, where he started attacking one of Shanks's islands, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So let's see what the feedback of that is. Yeah, like I want to see. Bellamy made that bulletproof flag. What's up?
What if he comes up in red film?
Film red?
Hey, maybe. It was like, hey, your peoples are attacking my stuff. Stop it. My bad. Probably how it would go.
No, because we're still not gonna like Shanks isn't even gonna be in film red. Like I can see that shit now. Like
Shanks is gonna be in film red the same way Ryogoku was in this chapter.
Yeah. Like at the last second to say, hey, you saw Luffy again, didn't you? Oh, I can't wait to see him. Or some shit like that. Yeah. He's gonna be talking to his daughter like, oh, you got to see Luffy again? That's cool. I will.
All right.
Sorry you had to die for this movie, daughter.
You think she's gonna die in the movie?
I don't know.
No. Probably not.
Probably not.
The idols don't die in the movies.
Canon, non-canon.
They're just in danger.
Well, it depends. Is she the villain or is she the antagonist? That's one of the fun things too. They haven't really said how she's. Is she gonna? There's almost usually like a damsel in distress in these things. Is she gonna be that role, or is she gonna be like the antagonist? They're kind of playing it quirky. So that's why I think it's kind of interesting. At least from I haven't seen the newest trailer, but the first teaser I saw, that was the case. So I do want to move over to a couple other things in the One Piece world. If you have YouTube, yeah, of course you have YouTube. Recently, this last week, Netflix's YouTube account released like a One Piece set sneak peek. And essentially the cool thing was that they showed like the set design and then also like kind of like the building of some of the sets, and the Baratier set looks amazing. And they did a big focus on essentially on the Baratier and on Arlong's map room. And they're like, Arlong's map room is going to be something that's very detailed, very important for what, you know the story, you know how important that room is, how many action sequences, and then ultimately it getting destroyed. But say what you will about anime adaptations of live actions, they're usually not good. This one's gonna be pretty. At least the sets are. The guy who's playing Luffy, like at the beginning, the guy who plays Luffy and two of the showrunners. Shout out to one of the showrunners. I forget his name. I think it's Matt something. But he's a black showrunner. It's dope. He's a black dude on one of the showrunners for the live action. Nice. But they're in Africa. They're shooting it. They're doing it. It's happening.
Africa. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, hey, they're shooting. They're shooting in Africa, but they're going to make it look. Yeah. It's going to look more real. It's going to look like. I'm excited. Not only is it like
in a studio.
Yeah, just like Africa doesn't have a lot of like, non-African, non-Nollywood, in-house made kind of content that's get out here. So I'd love to see that a major company is, hopefully not exploiting the people, but showcasing Africa and using it as an actual film set. So shout out. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and toss the link to that YouTube video in the chat here. So if you want to take a look at that at your own time. It's a 2-minute video. Again, it's pretty cool. Not particularly exciting, but if you're a fan and want to see this model build of the Going Sunny in real life, it looks pretty cool. I hope that after they do these sets or something, they can like do some kind of tourism. We can check them out. That'd be pretty cool.
Just save them and like put them someplace.
I mean, look, it's a show that's going to be going on for. It's got at least 25 years worth of shit to back on. Yeah. So at the very least, if they don't take it over to Japan and have like some actual, because One Piece World shut down in Japan.
They could make a restaurant out of this set.
Dude, if you could actually eat in the Baratier, that'd be
that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah. So I'm sure that there's got some ideas and some stuff like that going. But I thought that was pretty cool. Again, I'm not really ever excited about live action anime adaptations, but just something about seeing the actual sets on this is very charming. And like, I don't expect the acting to be particularly great. The special effects, it's still a Netflix budget. But
does the Baratier actually float?
It looks like they're all actual ships. Like it looks like all of the ships and boats that they're showing are actual functional.
Oh, I do hope they save these.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks super cool. Like again, I don't have much hope for the actual acting or the other side of it, but the sets.
Yeah, that intro to the whole video did not sell me on like lasting longer than a season.
Again, aside from Black Dude being one of the showrunners, that did not sell me either. I mean, the kid playing Luffy, he's loud. I could get the sense that he was trying to show that he had the energy of Luffy, but not being full character Luffy, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it was not good.
But like, dude, I mean, imagine being like an 18-year-old and this is like your first gig out of college or out of high school. You know what I mean? Like,
really? Yeah, I would think I'm super talented and awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about this also because this is going to be a transition, I think. But I want to do this last transition of the One Piece properties. This week was it was the Games Fest 2020, Summer Game Fest 2020. Mm-hmm. On top of that, PlayStation had one of their like events. E3's gone, so all these companies are doing their video game announcements for the summer around now. Mm-hmm. And they kind of showed some more footage for One Piece Odyssey. I played World Seeker. I enjoyed it. I got really bored of it pretty quickly, especially in the DLC stuff. But I will say that this game is exciting again. Like it's going to RPG, kind of like everything I've seen about it looks good. I love like the bullshit stories that come in the video games. Like I played Red, and I love the bullshit. I love the bullshit stories more than the gameplay in these things. And I'm excited about where this story is going to go. But just it's always good just to see another like One Piece game, and the first PlayStation 5 One Piece game. I'm very excited to get my hands on.
Ooh, yeah, that'll be fun. But we also got confirmation that God of War is coming out in like November.
I thought it got pushed back to December, but I could be wrong.
PS5 only.
Yeah.
Interesting.
A lot of the games are moving to PS5 only. Like one of the things I noticed, FIFA was one of the free games last month. I enjoyed FIFA. I was trying to tell Charlie to get y'all to get on and play, but we learned that our friends on the PS4 you can't do the cross generational play because EA's like, this is the year that we're making the differences and
the hard switch. Yeah,
the hard switch this year. So I wasn't able to play FIFA with any of my PS4 friends, aka the Poors. So it's been.
I mean, let's be real. That's what it is.
It's not. I mean, maybe it's relatively.
It's a smidge of it. Like, because
I'll say
I asked y'all, like, what should I do with my devices that I have? Like, I got a Wii, and y'all would just sell it, just straight up sell it. Why? We're not going backwards. But
yeah, I mean,
inflation is going upwards.
Nostalgia of those systems, keep them.
Absolutely.
But, like, if you're not going to use them, sell them.
Yeah. I mean, the Wii is a solid one to keep because the Wii is not only a Wii with its own proprietary like motion controls and stuff, but it's also a great GameCube.
Yeah,
it is a nice GameCube.
So,
but everything on that going to be on the Switch.
Yeah, but
eventually,
Switch port's going to be that great.
We'll see what Nintendo does. They're being real stingy with opening up their back catalog. It's a whole thing.
Is it? I did not know that.
I mean, Nintendo's stingy, but you know who's stingier? I want to take a moment to complain and talk about video games.
Oh, here we go.
Capcom. I love Capcom. Capcom is one of the original video game companies, right? Like,
true.
When you think of original video games, it's like Capcom is literally one of them. Now they keep releasing fighting game packages. They just released another one. We keep getting the same goddamn 6 games, right? It's always some version of Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Maybe an alpha or 2 in there. I think for this one they threw in 4 because 4 is a vintage fighting game now. And they'll also throw in like a Darkstalkers here. You know what I mean? Something like that. But like we have yet to get a Power Stone. We have yet to get. Let me get a Project Justice. Let me get a Rival Schools back. Let's get what's the Plasma Sword? Let's get Plasma Sword back out here. There's so many experimental. And those are just fighting games. By the way. I'm only going into.
Don't get me wrong. I would love to see a Power Stone game.
Bro,
I would love to see a remake of Power Stone.
A modern day Power Stone game that you can play online with the homies. Like, come on. But it's just like Capcom, you have such a deep well of games that we keep getting the same 6. Sega kind of falls in this too. Sega has such a deep catalog of games and things that they own or have worked on. Like if Capcom and Marvel could just like calm their shit and do a proper re-release of the old Marvel games. Capcom and Disney did that. They did they recently re-released the Capcom Disney games as like a pack. But the Marvel games. Give me Ultimate Carnage or Maximum Carnage. Give me the War of the Gems. Give me those games.
Yeah. Doesn't Disney own Marvel now? So
let's not get into the details here.
It seems like you're saying it should be doable. Is what I'm saying.
No, I mean, Marvel versus Capcom happened. Like they did an MVC3 in Infinite. Like it didn't do well.
They apparently did the Disney one. So it's like that's what I'm saying. If they did the Disney one, what's stopping them? You have an absolutely great point.
So that has to be good. But just come on, old school companies.
Capcom, do better.
Yeah, Capcom, quit releasing the same 5 fighting games.
Nintendo, open up your back catalog for Switch, and then people will stop pirating your games.
Yeah, and then Sega, just keep doing what you're doing, Sega. You're doing great.
Sega, we need all the Sonic content.
I mean,
you know what? Crazy Taxi. Bring back Crazy Taxi.
See, it's beautiful for Sega because Sega, they do all of the Sonic content to get more money so they can keep making these niche Yakuza and fucking Persona games. So I'm okay with that. keep using Sonic to fuel out the Atlas and Ryogo Kiku or whatever they're called. Like,
I mean, that's a smart business.
Can I get a Sonic Adventure 3? I would love a Sonic Adventure 3.
Is that like an RPG?
No, I'm with you. The thing is
that side to side?
Well, it's
keep trying to make Sonic different. And
every time that they bring back Sonic, it's the same 2D bullshit. Like we get it. The 90s were the peak. Let's evolve. And it's just like we keep going back to 2D Sonic. The first time I played Sonic Adventures, the first
Sonic Adventure was
plays
great.
that music. Let's go. And dude, you're just running and the whale starts flying next to you. You got to run. All of that. It was game changing. It was like, I remember the first time we played Mario 3D, Super Mario 64, that was a game changer. The first time we played Sonic in 3D, because it still had the speed that Sonic had, and it was so good. It got buggy once you got past like that opening level, but that opening level though, like when you first pop that in,
and once
you started having to play
Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Adventure 2 Battle and beat all three, like it was just a great series of games with like great story and lore. Like we got introduced to Shadow in Sonic Adventure 2, and like that's always been one of my favorite characters,
except for the Shadow game.
Yeah, I never played the Shadow game because they gave him a gun, and I was just like,
"You lucky."
I don't like it.
They gave him a gun, and he was like, "Shit."
What?
Yeah, like Shadow'd be like, "Damn, go to hell."
Was Shadow?
Hold on.
Shadow
Yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog swearing. You just do a quick search for that.
I'm just going to
Oh God.
Oh my God. Zoom in more. Jeez. All right. I'll share this. Because it's so stupid. Oh, come on, Chrome tab. There we go. Yeah. You see this shit? They just gave him a random fucking gun. Like super speed isn't enough. They had to give him a gun.
Well, you have the best part. You have to slow down to
use the gun.
Again, I was wrong. He never said shit, but every time he took damage, he'd go, "Damn it! Where's the damn chaos?" And like he would just say "damn" a lot. That was what it was.
I never played this game. I just was like, I know this is gonna be bad.
Man, look, listen, we'll pencil down a special, just like the worst Sonic games as a special for when we do in the week off.
Oh, you mean the one where Sonic turns into a werewolf, or the one where he uses the sword?
I'm talking about the one where he kisses a human woman. Where a human woman has to kiss dead Sonic to bring him back to life. That's the one I'm talking about. Which might be the sword one. There's multiple Sonic with sword ones. That's the confusion.
I think there was just the one. It was like Sonic and the Sacred Sword or some shit.
No, Sonic 06 where he's in the fantasy world. Sonic 06 is the worst Sonic game.
All right. I'm tired of looking at this cursed image.
We'll get that out of here. All right. So I don't know if any of y'all looked through any of this, but I wanted to just talk about a couple games that I saw at the Summer Games Fest that got me kind of excited. I'll have y'all toss your ideas out and tell me what you think. So the first one, Street Fighter 6. They announced it earlier, but we got the Guile is officially in here with some gameplay footage.
Mm-hmm.
All of the OG Street Fighter characters are coming in, and it looks like they're just like super powered versions of themselves now. It's
they're just older, more
a little slower, but their moves are stronger, if that makes sense. So it looked like Guile was missing a step, but instead of just like one Sonic Boom, like 3 would come out. You know what I mean? When Ryu hits his Hadouken. Now, my favorite thing is there's like a sub story, and again, this is the Reddit. People saw some clips and pictures, and they're kind of piecing this together.
Yeah,
but they think that Ken is homeless, and that after Street Fighter V, in this pursuit of trying to be as good as Ryu and never really being there, his wife left him.
Took
the kids with him, and so he's just been like on the streets, and he's wearing. They say he's wearing the same exact pants he was wearing in Street Fighter V, with like an overcoat and boots. And I would love Down on His Luck.
And I just keep seeing the meme. I just keep seeing the meme of Ken being like, "She took the fucking kids, Ryu."
Damn. But like this, the best part of the story is if you know Ken's story arc, and how he was the reflection of Ryu. Ryu was like the Japanese guy did the traditional, but Ken was the guy who came from money. He was the Japanese American wealthy kid who never had to do anything, and that's why he had skill, because he was like rich. So for him to actually be broke, so like I just think that they're gonna bring back, or at least I don't know if he ever existed in the official Street Fighter canon.
Violent
Ken?
Ken?
Maybe the beginning of Violent Ken.
Yeah.
And if you ever played Capcom vs SNK, you know Violent Ken was the shit. He was Ken, but he had like he had a higher output, a little bit quicker on the kicks. And I just remember like,
if you remember that first Street Fighter 2 movie, like when Bison like fucked with Ken's head.
Yeah.
Like that's what we're going for.
That's the concept. So like Ryu had evil Ryu, you know what I mean? Akuma had Shin Akuma, where he's like the demon version.
Mm-hmm.
Violent Ken was Ken's. He just tapped into his American violence.
He taps into the Satsui no Hado to the full extent.
The Dark Shadow, yeah.
Yep.
So it'll be cool to see if that's how that manifests. And then, you know, Chun-Li's like, I'm not a little girl anymore, like grown ass Chun-Li.
Yeah, Chun-Li's on definitely more of her. I'm just gonna dodge and like just hit you one time, and yeah.
She's doing her Jackie Chan.
Mm-hmm.
Super cop. But the thing that got me excited, I mean, the open world stuff, whatever. I'm sure the story mode is going to be open world story mode. Whatever. That's what it looked like at the trailer. But what did kind of get me excited was that the new school, the next generation of kids, do seem like they're going to be kind of fun to play. Always love seeing a new grappler, a new take on grappling. Looks like they have somebody that's kind of doing that.
It's going to be better than Zangief. But...
Zangief will be back, which will be great. Speaking of Zangief, just another small aside. Matt, did you ever know Brad Einstein? He helped me.
Yes.
It was his place that I put up the smoke out, right?
Yeah, he did Boo Radley to win.
He's Boo Radley, exactly. So he moved out here, and we went out to this round one. It's like a Japanese-style Dave & Buster's, an arcade. And they have this sit-down, like 2D fighters. So I sat down, and I was playing them in some Street Fighter 5 online arcade edition. And we're playing, and like, you know, I beat him pretty easily. I can't. Once you win, you can't reselect your character.
Mm-hmm.
So he was just kind of tired of playing me, getting beat as Zangief, which is fair. But then some people online started playing me, and I ran through like 4 or 5 people just like with my old Zangief on the arcade memories, and it was just like, oh damn, what great memories. And then I got wrecked by some dude as Sagat, but like that's different.
That's how it happens.
But it was just like this, like the old feeling of just like sitting at an arcade. Hey, listen, I know you want to talk to me, but I gotta just whoop this dude real quick. Like, just that was just a good feeling. I recommend that if you can find an arcade to do that. So, Street Fighter 6 was one of the games that I saw. Midnight Suns. Have y'all heard about this game?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
No,
Marvel Midnight Suns. Essentially, the story is it's the people that made XCOM, the strategy game, and so it's a strategy Marvel game with aliens. But they're not doing it XCOM style because everyone's super powered. So they said it's kind of like a card-based system. So there's a chance of randomness that happens. But essentially the story is like it's a handful of characters that are all kind of focused on like the dark side of Marvel. So like Blade and Doctor Strange, but I think they also have like Spider-Man and Iron Man are in there.
There's Ghost Rider too.
Ghost Rider's in there, like Magic and some of the lesser known like Magic-based heroes are in there too. But you make your own character, and then the story is like this evil witch gets connected and essentially start possessing like Marvel heroes. So like the big thing in the trailer is that like you're fighting and then like like this like big horns come out, like a demon Scarlet Witch starts popping out, and then like a demon Hulk comes out and you have to fight him. Like it looks awesome. I'm a big fan of these type of strategy games. It feels like it's like one of the games that was like one of the Marvel mobile games, but it looks like it's been like turned up to like a proper game. And because it's the XCOM people, I trust it. And I'm very excited about that. Just a Marvel property. I did enjoy what they did with Guardians of the Galaxy, but just it's the complete opposite of what they're doing with the Avengers, stylistically and game-wise, and I'm very excited.
Yeah.
And the biggest deal, if you're an Xbox player, is for the first time in like a decade, Spider-Man in a game on Xbox. So
wow.
So Spider-Man will be in there.
But this is not going to be on the PC.
It might be. It'll probably show up on Steam. Well, if it's on Xbox, isn't it on PC? Like, isn't that how that works?
Yeah,
effectively. Yeah, that's right.
So that's what that is. I'm excited about it. And then there's another game that's a little weird, very niche. It's a first-person rhythm shooter called Metal Hellsinger. So it's a first-person shooter, but you like fire to the beat. There's a demo for it that they dropped when they announced this trailer. So I've heard about it. I'm not like the biggest metalhead, but I do enjoy some metal. And there's an interview where Serge from System of a Down like does like the vocals for one of them, and I'm like, oh cool, he's coming back. I want to check that out. So I did the demo, and he's not on the demo games, but you play through the levels. You're like a demon or whatever. You're shooting things. You have a sword, these different guns, but essentially you have to like pop, 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 like on the beat. You have to like reload to the beat. It's like you don't have to necessarily move to the beat.
Difficult. No, thank you.
No, it's really difficult. It's very difficult. But I was playing the demo, and it's like as you play, it's kind of like simple music. As you get the next level of combo, it gets like crazier. So when you get to like the level 8, so it's like 2, 4, 8, 16. When you get to 8, it's like a full metal track. When you get to 16, the vocals come out, and then you start like unlocking like combos and shit. So like it does do a really good job of like you're playing in a metal album cover, like you're playing in that world. Then as you're doing better, the music gets heavier, and it's like at this like it's really building, and then like you get to a point where like you clear something, and it's like or like whatever, like the it's usually like the big like epic like power metal. That's what I've got. It's not like it's not like that stuff, but it really builds that epicness of like I've accomplished something, and like I'm a demon that pissed off so many people, and Angel has broken through to try to fight me. Like it really does a good job of that vibe, but it is really tough to do because you have to keep it on rhythm, and if you break that combo, like a rhythm game, if you break the combo, you lose that. So it's like the struggle of being like, oh shit, the music kicked in. Man, I lost it because I got excited by the build. It's the build of music. It's great, and that's. Did you ever play the old table tennis game for the 360? You ever play Rockstar Table Tennis?
No.
It was a sleeper gem. It was like one of the first 360 games. I remember this because my year in college. This was a game that we played because it was awesome. And it's a simple table tennis game. They had like 8 people, but it was their tech demo for what eventually was LA Confidential with like the facial. So it was just like super detailed, like the faces, like that was like the build of the game. But one of the things that happened is like the longer your rally went, the crazier the music would go. And so like it would start off like real simple, and you would just hear like the crowd cheering. At a certain point, it'd be like, oh, and then it'd be like boom, 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 boom. And then like, as you're like in these like 50 hit rallies, it's like a full like DJ set is like going on. And it's just like hype. It uses music to draw your focus into the attention. And I think that's what this game kind of reminds me of. Even though it's a first person shooter genre, I famously don't really care for. It was cool that I like the experimentation of music in the game. I'd recommend downloading the demo and giving it a try.
Is it really on the beat? Because the video, it seems like it's syncopated to the song that's playing. But that might just be.
No, that's what it is. You're playing to the beat, but it's the beat of the song that's in the background. Play the demo because the video is not going to get it across quite the same.
Yeah,
play the demo, give it a shot. Like you don't like it, delete it as a demo. But
yeah,
also, shout out to demos coming back.
I literally just downloaded like a demo on the Switch the other day. I was like, okay, I do miss demos. Like, and
that's one of Sony's. Go ahead.
No, it's like they do give you that like that just enough to like be like, okay, I'm gonna buy this game.
Yeah, but Sony's actually, they said that part of this, like, they're doing this shit tomorrow. Tomorrow they're kicking off the PS Extra, the new wave of
the new PS Plus.
PS Plus kicks off tomorrow. So one of the things that I heard is that they're gonna make a new thing as part of that. If you're a publisher that's gonna sell a game for $60 or more, you're gonna have to release a demo that people can, or at least a time trial, so people can try it.
Try it before they buy it. Yeah, that is.
So Sony's definitely like, no, this is a thing that we're going to start enforcing, which is great because I feel like for the last couple of years I've gotten suckered by some games. I feel like these last couple of years I've been led astray by the same things. Like it was just able to games that I thought were great that people generally didn't like. That if I had a chance to play the demo, I would have jumped on before. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's cool that's coming back. I think playing demos is such a key thing of our childhood. I don't know about you, Matt.
That's why I remember playing the beta for Avengers and being like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
There were big betas. Yeah,
I remember playing the beta.
Release, I played on beta.
Yeah. But I mean, they weren't releasing demo cartridges. You know what I mean? Like that was a uniquely.
No. There were no cartridges. It'd be only something that you could do. Demos were only PC only.
Right.
Unless you got like that playable demo that was like came with the PC or the PlayStation.
Oh man,
yeah. And it's like
the PlayStation. So the PlayStation Xbox era, those were great. Those I was a member of the official Xbox magazine for at least 7 years just so I could get those free fucking demo discs.
Right. Yeah, it was those. That's what I remember.
Dude, those the original PlayStation era though. They'd have magazines. I remember we'd go to like Pizza Hut. And Pizza Hut would give us a PlayStation demo disc. It's like part of our like family deal. Like those old demo discs, those were everywhere. Like those were like AOL discs.
Much like AOL.
Yeah.
Much like those AOL CDs. They were just everywhere. Now you download it. But they got away from it. Cost maybe, but yeah, I think it's a great point. It's like if you're gonna spend over $60 for a game, like make sure like I love One Piece, but that game is so repetitive.
Well,
and
that's the argument of the demo though, because in that 2-hour demo, that gameplay is awesome, and they've really made a point to make this demo everything look great. But once you realize, oh shit, 40 hours of this gameplay is not going to be
right. And that's the thing, like not realize, like, because that's pretty much when I realized it. It's like right around the 3rd level, it's like, oh, that's all this game is, and it's the story. Okay, that'd be nice. I'm good.
And the thing about especially the Pirate Warriors games is like you got to get to the end, so you have to get through all the stuff before they go on the fun like tangent. Because I played Pirate Warriors 3, so I had to like go through all of it to see like the weird take they're going to do on the end of Dressrosa. And then they did this whole weird, But I'm sure it was the same thing. It was like it wasn't quite caught up, and then like when you get to Kaido, it's not the same story we're following.
No,
right.
So,
because they didn't know, didn't know.
So that was that's pretty much all I had as far as like the games reviews and the Games Fest stuff. I do know we have a couple more that are going to be happening over this next week. We as this is to the viewers. We as a team, we're going to be kind of like thinking about what we're going to do for this break. Like we're not going to take a break the whole time, but we might have come up with some like fun content. We've had so many times that we said next time we have a break and Oda's on a break and we have a show, we're going to talk about this. I think half of them don't matter anymore because we just wrapped up this arc. So
right,
we're going to start fresh. But if you have any ideas or something y'all want to see us kind of cover or talk upon, let us know in the comments. But we might do some recap, making sure you're ready for the final saga of One Piece. We may do a recap of My Hero Academia because they're very close to being at the end of this. Like I can't see this going on for too much longer, even though we took a week off.
We were left off with a crack in All for One. No, One for All.
One for All's helmet.
Life
support helmet. Yeah.
Yep.
But also he may have gotten earjack. So like who knows at that same contact. A great cliffhanger for things to be at for there, but we may go over that. We may go over when we do another one of the rounds where we each pick a new manga that dropped and read a chapter.
There's a lot has like a good in the past like 3 months. A good 5 have started, and they're
I'm still reading Mashal, man.
A new one came out today.
Yeah, I saw that the something about a dino or dragon or some shit.
I don't read it. I don't know.
I didn't read it. There's a couple
to make Matt and our number 3 fan happy, I started reading One Punch Man.
Yes. Wait, what chapter are you on?
I'm on like chapter 90, 91.
Ooh.
Okay. So you jumped in after
I picked up like where the anime left off. Like,
exactly. Yeah. That's what I did. Yeah.
Where's that? Where does it leave off?
The first fight ish.
I want to say like around like 60 or 70.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's all good.
Yeah. Yeah, like season 3 ends in the manga like 70 something. And I'm like,
where are we at?
They just killed that big caterpillar.
We're like in the 250s, 300s.
No, not even that.
Or further?
No,
not even. Okay. There was a real big break. I didn't like
150.
Yeah, it's a month.
Ish.
It's a monthly.
That's bi-weekly, maybe.
I remember it was like on break for a minute. Like it was just kind of like paused, and then
it did go on break. That's true.
I didn't come back with it when it came back. I know Roman was super hype about it.
Oh yeah, One Punch Man is only 162.
Yeah,
okay. 162.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna catch up with it, but I'm not gonna like binge it because there aren't that many chapters.
It's very hard not to. Just gonna tell you that right now.
Okay, good enough.
Yeah.
Pull myself away.
I really enjoy those chapter drops of late. What's currently going on is both hilarious as well as good fighting. I'll leave it at that. Yeah. To that point of amazing fighting, I'm not even sure how many episodes into Jujutsu Kaisen, and I love it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Enjoying
really
it? Where are you at?
Really digging. I am at the part where the curse that is of hatred towards each other, the one who's got the patchwork face, just got his dimension capabilities.
His domain expansion.
Domain expansion. Yeah.
Right after that scene where he gets his shit rocked. Like,
oh God, yeah. Like, that's what I love. Like, they really show, like, no, like, you know how One Piece is now just getting to, like, these are just huge epic battles like Dragon Ball Z does. This one just starts there, and they're absurd. Like, a human is punching someone, and they're going 2 blocks through buildings. It's great. Yeah, I love the running style. Like, it's very, like, the speed, like, basically the style that when Luffy fought the numbers in Wano is like the baseline. It's great.
Yeah, that's Jujutsu Kaisen, everybody.
Yep.
All right. So, do we have any recommendations or plugs before we head out today? Because it's been an hour and 50 minutes.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
What have I watched this week that I can recommend? I'm almost done with my Venture Brothers rewatch. And
Nice.
I need that movie or another season or something. Like, somebody help me. I don't know. Like, it's like, this is my first time like watching it like concurrently.
Oh man.
Because I remember when it first came out and like all the cult like hype behind it. And I remember like watching it like episode by episode, and then there being like 1 or 2 episodes I missed here and there, but just like the continuity of it all, and just like the way the stories are strung together, and especially like in the last 2 seasons where this like they compound upon like all the other shit from like the other 5 seasons. It's so good.
That's when they come back as like older, and then like they reflect on some of like the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I never watched like the last.
We're
season,
like the 20th clones of Hank and Dean, and we're fine with this.
Like, we don't get will they get over it. That's like where it got really interesting.
Yeah, and like when they moved to New York, that's what it was.
That's when I lost cable and quit watching. But I just remember that, like, even looking back on that, like, this is how strong the parodies were. It's a Johnny Quest parody that goes into like all these other parodies.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite, one of my favorite bits, like, just of all time, is still just the character of just ignore me, and he's just like he's making fun of the Watcher.
Yeah,
he's just like all up in their face, and the whole time he's just like, ignore me. Just as loud and as obnoxious he can. He just yells, ignore me. And so there's this whole like thing where like evil Mr. Fantastic's trying to make a move on some stuff, and like all this is happening. He's just like thwarts everything by just being like, ignore me. It's just
okay. I had no context of what the hell Adventure Boys was up until now.
I like the fact that like it's a Johnny Quest parody in itself, and they have their own Johnny Quest character called Action Johnny, who's just like who's just strung out half the time, and it's just so funny.
He's what?
Johnny Quest.
It's just Johnny Quest got older. He'd just be a strung out like weirdo.
Why is he strung out?
Because of all the shit that happened to him as a kid.
Yeah, Dick, do you know like the basic way people view child actors from that era and how they
that's true, and he is computer rich. Yeah. Ooh. What happened to his best friend,
and he has daddy issues, you know?
That's facts.
But Matt,
that was part of it. Was like, hey,
you need to watch Venture Brothers from the beginning, because I need to hear.
No, yeah, what you're saying is like, because
the story, the henchman storyline. The henchman storyline alone is like,
I grew up watching Johnny Quest.
Great.
Oh God. Okay.
Dude, like so many of the stories. The character development.
Everybody, go watch Venture Brothers on Hulu. It's all there. It's on Hulu and HBO Max.
HBO Max, yeah.
Just watch it from the beginning and just see how the story goes, and you will just be like, okay. And I will preface it with this: some of the jokes through a 2022 lens don't hold up, but
most of them.
You'll still enjoy it.
But also, Dr. Orpheus. I'm a Blackula hunter. What? I only hunt Blackulas. That's the. You gotta watch.
I only hunt Blackulas.
It's very funny. And he's like, doesn't that
make
you racist?
Killed my mother when I was a kid, so I only
like, doesn't that make you racist if you only kill black vampires? And they're like, no, yes. I'm a Blackula hunter.
Yo, what?
Yes.
Was this character Southern?
No, he was making fun of Blade. He was a black, half vampire hunter.
Right. But
no, but he's not even half vampire. He's half
Blackula. Black. Blackula.
He's just
he just hunts Blackulas.
Yeah. Not black vampires, you're right. They're black.
Yeah. Like not black vampires, just Blackulas.
And then it's good. Watch it.
Can you just not say that?
Like I at this point, I forgot what my recommendation was. Watch Venture Brothers.
It just feels so wrong.
It's so funny too. Like when you watch it, you're gonna laugh harder than this because we're just talking about you're gonna see it.
Matt, I want to hear your every thought in detail about Venture.
All right, I will do that. Okay, so I will take that recommendation. And if you're watching, I am gonna start tomorrow or maybe even today. My walking read of Star Wars. I had an issue with my library card. I had to clear up. So now that's cleared up, I should be able to get the overdrive.
I actually remember what my recommendation is, and I'm gonna take a moment to give it out here. Now, normally this is something we probably would dedicate some actual showtime to, but just because of time, we're not going to. But my recommendation is Miss Marvel, yet another Marvel show on Disney Plus. I think that a lot of criticism I'm seeing is just like it's very young and it's for kids, and I'm like, yes, this is a show about high schoolers in high school, and and this really had a lot of things happen. I mean, I enjoyed this show. One, the line of the brown girl from Jersey City is not the one who gets to be a superhero. Like a lot of her personal struggles as someone who is of a Desi background, I definitely understand. I thought it was super cool that they had a woman or a girl in that position. Usually when you see that, it's like the boy that's like the thing. I love how they showcased her being flighty. Is like, as I'm getting older and I've recently been diagnosed with ADHD as an adult, I'm finding a lot more of my friends and people I know are. And one of the things I'm commonly seeing is that women don't get diagnosed with ADHD. They don't even get the test because they just are deemed a chatty girl or whatever, the thing is. So I'm learning now that a lot of women are like, oh, cool. No, you have ADHD. I have ADHD. This is, you know what I mean? It's like a thing that we can kind of talk about. And it does feel like these series of Marvel series have been like explorations into trauma and grief. And, I finished Moon Knight. I finished Moon Knight last week, which was a great study in bipolar and how people create things to avoid traumas. And I mean, all of these series, half of these series has been about trauma, but that's another thing entirely. But I did appreciate that this was a girl with an active imagination that was fast talking, that was on her own, and still had to deal with like the struggles. I loved the moment of when she was getting that dress put on that her mom wanted her to wear, and she says, like, essentially she had the moment of, I don't know who you are, I don't know who this is. But later on, when she comes in her full suit, who she's been the whole time that we see, and her mom's like, I don't know who this is, I don't see that. It's such a great reflection of a lot of things like that. On top of that, the action sequences are cool. Sure, we can complain that her origin story is different than the Marvel in the comics, but like I said earlier,
it's not Universe 616. You can't. Do that.
It is Universe 616, as we established in the Multiverse of Madness, but it is a separate universe. Still, there's multiple 616s.
Okay,
it's madness. It's madness. They tell you it's madness. Yeah. Don't try to make sense of it. It's madness. That being said, I did really enjoy that she was there. I think her as the actress is fantastic. She did the media circuit because it dropped. She did an interview with Fallon, and this is her first gig out of high school, first thing she ever got cast in. And she got, part of the reason she got the role is because she is legitimately a Kamala Khan fangirl. They had pictures of her in
the cosplay. Yeah.
In the cosplay, she has the first copy of the comic. She's legit. And I think that's part of the reason I liked it so much is because all of us are Kamala Khan. As someone who's watched 10 years of Marvel, 15 years of Marvel movies at this point.
15. Oh, wait.
Yeah. So as people that we've watched that, like
Yeah.
we are the fanboys, we are the fangirls, we are the ones that wish we could be. We are the ones going to cosplay as our favorite heroes to things.
I love that about the AvengerCon, the way they showed it. It was nothing but POCs everywhere, and it was everyone being cosplaying everything. It was great.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, and like I thought that was a really good like representation. I love the trope of like, oh, the popular girl who pretends she doesn't like it is here, and then she gets saved. It's all of these tropes we see with our boy superheroes. I even think that like the male lead who's kind of being set up to be the romantic interest, I think they're going to bypass that. I think he's about to be best friends with the dad. I think that's the storyline they're going to go with.
Okay.
I did like the little thing about like she's not even comic accurate. That's a different Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's so good. But even on top of that, just like I love the way they do like the scene transitions. Usually we've been so accustomed to whenever there's like a text message sequence, there's like a little thing that pops up here. The way it integrated with the art was super cool.
I did like that.
It felt a lot like Scott Pilgrim did. As far as stylization goes.
I did love Scott Pilgrim.
What's the one with the zombies that has a similar aspect like this?
Zombieland?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like that.
So
is that someone that knows? I forgot it.
So like I said, I know a lot of people have been like kind of complaining and saying that it's very young, but it's a school about high schoolers.
Maybe you're old.
And that's really what it is. Is I think it's that like people are getting old. The people that are saying this are 25 years old. I was just out of college when Iron Man came out. All right.
Right.
I was just in college, should I say? So like that was me. So I can imagine someone that was like a 7-year-old, like a preteen.
Yeah. I saw Iron Man the day after my senior prom.
Damn. That makes sense though. You're 2 years younger than me. So that checks out.
Yeah.
But it's like it's just like, so literally we've grown up with it. And I think the people that are saying this is like too young and too kiddie are the people that are like,
you're old.
Well, I mean, listen, it all happens. I remember it happened to me about 5 years ago when it's like, oh shit, I've been out of high school for 10 years. And it only gets further like that. But there's kids that are having that first moment of
grandpa, you know?
Yeah.
Like everything that was young and hip, I used to know what was hip. And then they changed what it was. I used to be with it. Yeah. And they changed what it was. And then now what it is scary and new. And it'll happen to you.
But it's cool because it's like, on one hand, that's the thing. On the other hand, I remember when Kendrick was trying to make a name for himself with his Michael Jordan single. And to be fair, he called it. He called himself. He came out a Michael Jordan bitch. And then he's arguably a GOAT of our generation. Like, I don't think rap will be the same after.
Yeah.
So it's going to be real interesting to watch. And that's kind of the cool thing about growing up is like between hip hop, comedy, and wrestling, the three things that I've probably enjoyed the most is you really get to see, to get to see someone like Chris Red, for example, who I would smoke joints and freestyle with. And then he got, he got, what was that movie? He got the movie first.
Oh, no, the one with,
Popstar, Never Stop Stopping. And then he got SNL. And like, to see that.
And he got disjointed too, right before or right around Popstar. Yeah.
And then he was doing Keenan for a while too. I mean, to watch someone go from
still doing Keenan, yeah.
Dude, well, I mean, I don't think it got renewed, but
he only did 2 seasons? Oh, that's
maybe.
Yeah. They went crazy with the cuts this last season.
Yeah. That makes sense given the in this economy. Oh god.
Yeah. But just like between seeing like wrestlers, like seeing someone like Keith Lee, who I used to go see in college and he would wrestle, and now he's big guy in AEW. Like just to see people grow, to watch like a Kendrick Lamar go from my dad being like, what's this guy talking about? I'm Michael Jordan, to like, to being like, oh, this is it.
That was his game 6 last shot, this album.
I mean, this album, I don't know. It's almost to the point where it's like it's hard to listen to, like compared to some of the other albums.
Very hard to listen to. It is too adult. It is too much of one person processing.
That album is Kendrick Lamar processing trauma and grief as if he was Wanda or some Marvel character, except he gets the superpower to process it.
Yeah, right.
Listen, there's really a place if someone could really get like a VR like put you in a dream world and have like a official therapist guide you through some VR shit to process drama and therapy.
Okay, that's too much.
It's not.
Yeah, that's
like,
too much already,
that's,
man.
That's the
I
future,
think it
man.
is. Man, you going into someone's memories like it's a dream world. We saw what happened to Professor X. Nope, not for me.
Okay, we're not going that.
Dude, Professor X, she grabbed his face here and grabbed his face here and then ripped it. He didn't rip off. He tore his head in half. It's wild.
Yeah,
rewatch it.
It's
fun.
Oh yeah, it's going to be on Disney Plus anyway, right?
Yeah, 22nd. Anyway, it's only been one episode. Watch Miss Marvel. It's great. The way that the effects are going is super cool. The actor's great, and I can't wait. So I watched all of Moon Knight. It never tied back into the Marvel universe, with the exception of Hippo God talking about the ancestral plane.
Yeah,
the black. That was it. That's the only thing I really picked up on.
Mm-hmm.
But this one,
all
really
this stuff got cut.
Yeah, this one got me real excited because, like, her grandma's got to be a superhero, right? Like, that's got to be the story.
Something, yeah, it's got to be.
And like when she put on the thing and and the color scheme, it's very Shang-Chi. It's very Shang-Chi in the Ten Rings when that happened. So I'm hoping that kind of
it's destined. It's in your family.
Yeah. Between that, the Eternals, something cool should happen.
There's a lot of ancient stuff that's being like brought up. It's like it's always been.
I get it.
I didn't think I talked to y'all since I finished watching Moon Knight, but that last battle where like he's fighting and then the gods are fighting in front of the pyramids is nuts.
That was really
it's wild.
Well, it took a second to be like, what's happening? Like, what is the scale on this? What is the scale on this? And then I'm also on your quick clicking at that.
It could have been. It's West too. It was West.
No, I saw you lean in as it happened. I saw you lean in, move your arm. I know it was you.
I saw it casually lean back from there.
No, but I'm with you. I'm actually really excited about this. My aunt has been watching this, and ever since the trailers for the Miss Marvel being in the video game, my nephew has been like, "Oh, that's Aunt Sybil. That's Aunt Sybil," because she looks very much like her, and her personality is very much like young Kamala if she was able to have some of those abilities. So my aunt is talk about it, loves it. She is someone who is a dreamer, who is a woman in the family that kind of got a hard time for being a dreamer in the family. So I'm very excited, and I really want to see where it goes. And ultimately, I can't wait to see how this ties back in, knowing this one's different.
Young Avengers has to be down the line.
Well, no. This is even different, I think, to me, because this is the first series where this has to be something that sets up in the Marvels movie that they've established.
Yeah.
So, like, we know that this is actually a prequel that's going to happen before the thing she does in the if that makes sense at all. Yeah. This isn't some weird time skip. Like, this is her from the beginning. And I think this is
the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for Captain America and Winter Soldier.
Yeah. And this is like a good entry point for the next generation of Marvel fans. And I think that's exactly what this is. Us older Marvel fans, we get to have the in-depth explorations of grief and trauma that high schoolers may not need to go through that. You know what I mean?
They just get happy representation. It's amazing.
Yeah. And so it's like, if they want to, they can go back and see. I mean, I feel like WandaVision was a revelation in its own for different reasons. But another really fun and interesting thing that I've noticed with I think Miss Marvel might be one of the changes, but almost. So I know WandaVision, I know Loki, and I know Moon Knight all had people in their like creative staff that formerly worked where my wife works currently. So it's a real interesting thing that that at least 3 of the Disney Plus series is like maybe not showrunners, maybe not lead writers, but on the staff, like key members of the staff, were in the same seat, the same spot position that my wife is in now. So that's pretty promising.
That is very promising.
And I think between the two of us, if we can hustle, we may be able to make a little mark in our own little multiverse, if you dig. So, because you know what? I think we're missing one of the things I think we're missing in the MCU is an original hero now. I think that we've gotten almost primarily remakes and half-assed remakes. Some of these characters pretty much are their own heroes at this point. But I think it might be time, if we've lived in this MCU universe long enough, or it can't just be like the all Pakistani families being affected, the all, only the black family. Where's our biracial heroes? Where are they coming at? Where's our Wakandan American heroes? Where's our, you know what I mean? If like
there's already a precedent too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The what's her name? The big judge who took over in Loki got her own series in Marvel.
Did she?
Yeah.
Nice.
First instance of MCU into Marvel.
Okay.
Oh, got you. Like they put it in the comics. Got you.
Yeah. The real character MCU. Straight in.
Yeah. And so I just think like, hey, there might be something to be said about coming up with a new character instead of debuting them in the comics, debuting them in the MCU.
Yeah.
And kind of doing something there. I don't know. I just
do it.
Just why not? You know what I mean? I really want to see something. I'm excited about the Thor and the movies, and we've been talking for another 20 minutes since I said we're gonna wrap up. So everybody, this is the Melanated Anime Club. Thank you for watching us. We have 4 people at the end of this, and we've just been ranting about bullshit the last 3
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
we're doing something right. We're gonna take next week off. We'll post on social media whatever we're gonna decide to do. But there's gonna be a couple weeks without One Piece content, about a month of without One Piece content. We're gonna try to fill it up and give other things out for you. So stick with us. We're the Melanated Anime Club, and
peace.
Y'all know how the song goes.
バカみたい子供なのね夢を追って傷ついて嘘が下手なくせに笑えない笑顔を見せた I love you もろくに言わない口下手でほんまに不器用